Welcome back, viewers at home, joining me for a very interesting, quite inspiring conversation between myself and Dikeledi Moabelo, who is a dynamic young leader, and her journey to becoming a renowned philanthropist, global speaker, and an advocate for United Nations Sustainable Development Goals is quite a testament to her unwavering commitment to making a difference in this world. Dikeledi, thank you so much for joining us and welcome to Prime Live.
Thank you so much for having me.
Now, before we get into how you're doing the work and what's really defining the success or measuring it at that, can you give us a brief insight in terms of who is Dikeledi and what in your journey of being Dikeledi inspired you to now, birth your beautiful foundation called the House of LeBron Foundation?
Oh, thank you so much. Dikeledi is a young girl from Limpopo, Marieta, Nagamatlala, brought and bred there by my beautiful grandparents. Moved to Pretoria when I was 14. I started my organization looking back when I was 9, but I was just not aware it was an organization. I used to enjoy gathering my neighbors, my friends around, and just like telling them, it's gonna be fine. Let's just go to school. Let's just do better, And then they used to think, yeah, you like to play a mother, to us, but it was just something that was just burning in me. But going forward, it was just based on things that I needed when I was a teen or when I was in my early 20s that I wished happened to me when I was young and when I was still in school. That did not happen. So right now, that's why my organization works with schools and students from disadvantaged communities. So what we do, we go to different schools and host youth empowerment development programs. We do sanitary towels. We do poverty alleviation as well. We also advocate for the SDGs. But rather, right now, we are also doing youth political participation. We're taking young people into parliament so they can dream of becoming a president and sit there and just, ignite that skill that I can also become a president. It's not far-fetched. Yeah.
Yes, and I think also just thinking about this whole idea of the political sphere, it's seen from a very tainted eye to say, "Kgolwana, there's too much chaos."
Yeah.
But the moment you drive those conversation of, political awareness and just understanding and visiting these spaces, it allows them to say, this is attainable. And I think this brings me to my question to say, when you spoke about SDGs, which is Sustainable Development Goals, for someone who's hearing it for the first time or probably saw it on an advert but didn't really have the mindset to explore or read about it, can you tell us a bit on what are the UN Sustainable Development Goals and their significance in shaping a more equitable and sustainable future?
So the SDGs are 17 beautiful goals that were founded by the United Nations. They are crafted for young change makers who long to shape and contribute towards the betterment of the world. So you can choose your favorite goal. There is like poverty, there is quality education, there's good health and well-being, collaboration, life underwater, climate change. So we have 17 of them. So you can choose your area or your field that you excel in and advocate for that and make the world a better place.
Amazing. And now this brings me to now find out from you, how exactly are you leveraging these UN SDGs in ensuring that it actually empowers the youth while simultaneously promoting those sustainable development goals?
Yeah, like I said, we have we go to schools, so we advocate for free quality education.
Okay.
So that's how we go to schools and we render career guidance to young people. We teach them, we help them be aware of careers that are not famous, like in mining and then and that, rather than teaching and being a doctor and being a lawyer. That is their go-to, I think.
Yes.
So we do quality education. We do zero poverty, where we do food parcels, and then we take to schools. We do good health and well-being through our sanitary Paragirl campaign that we are currently running now. And we also do youth political participation as well, that for them to be aware of current affairs, of what's going on in the country, what is GNU and this. So they'll be also debating on the GNU in Parliament so that they can participate and enjoy and see themselves being the next Julius Malema, being the next Cyril Ramaphosa, and doing better than them,
I'm loving it because this means we're going to have more fruitful conversations rather than talking about things that don't really drive about change and
Exactly.
inspiration among the youthful minds. But with that being said, I want to find out from you, hearing how, you're coming from a small town in Limpopo and being this remarkable individual who's here to not only make change but implant the seed of change to those who are still young at that. Can you tell me about what exactly about your personal growth is something that you embed and sort of use as an approach of really also empowering the other young minds that you are working alongside with or just, working with?
Like I always say that I give because I lacked, not because I have. I do things that I wish somebody has done them to me when I was their age. Um, so like giving back to them and doing all these things that we are doing through it's healing to my inner child, the little Dikeledi who struggled to be empowered in school, who has always been outspoken and wanted to be a speaker and speak and do this and become a TV presenter, but was never nourished and supported from a very young age. I had to figure it out myself when I was in my late 20s, which was like late, and now, but I just diverted it into becoming a speaker and speaking for the marginalized and speaking for those who can speak for themselves. And so leveraging that with how I grew up and what I used to need and doing it to others and seeing them smile because of that act is just healing to me.
Amazing.
Yeah.
One reality is the fact that we live in different eras. The era in which you were born in, there wasn't much of, the AIs and the possibilities that exist at current. And looking now, many possibilities, but that not everybody knows about them to access them. And I think this brings me to ask exactly how do you go about tailoring your programs and initiatives to addressing specific challenges and issues that the young people are faced with? And we know these challenges, they evolve with the time, with the eras.
I always like tell my team, my beautiful team, that we must not lose our objective. Like we are an organization that works with schools and students from disadvantaged communities, and we focusing on youth empowerment. We want to empower them because they are from disadvantaged communities. We want to educate them through the career guidance because they come from mothers who never went to school. They don't know which career path to take. So we make sure that we stick to the objectives and we teach them to become the better version of themselves because we're trying to break this vicious circle of a broken man raising a broken child. So if you are a broken woman and you're going to raise a broken girl, a broken young lady. So if we break this vicious circle and we hold hands together and raise our kids as equal as the equality that we scream every day that we want to see in our society, we will have a beautiful society at the end of the day.
Now, Mr. Dikeledi, you spoke about something that is quite interesting to say. Each time you help a child, you heal your inner child.
Yeah.
Now, how do you fuel that resilience, that, the enthusiasm when your abilities at this point are unable to assist the child? Because there's not everyone we can help. There's some people that at the time we can't help, but hopefully with, better sponsors and donors, we're able to help. At that point, where do you go to? How do you continue to remain positive, to remain existing, to remain, energized in that sense?
That's a good one because for the past, House of Labron is 10 years old officially. Officially 7, but we started 10 years ago. And then we registered in 2018. So when I started, people didn't believe in me. I told them that I'm building a world-class organization that will be a catalyst for change to the youth across Africa. People said, how? You're a small girl from Limpopo.
Who knows
And
you?
now I'm sitting here. We've been to Nigeria. We recently came back with my team from Lesotho. We went to Swaziland, and we are looking into going to Botswana, and we are a cross-border organization. So with that saying, I actually, it's not easy. I always press a reset button. I go back and to my corner and find myself. Why did I start this? I cry. I cry myself to sleep, and then I wake up the next day. I try again. But I have a beautiful team, amazing team, hardworking. I always yesterday I was talking to one of them, Yolanda, that sometimes you need to carry those you rely on. Sometimes we need to carry people that we depend on. They also need to be carried. Yeah.
You know, a shout out to the team that is doing the great work and ensuring that LeBron continues to live and continues to serve at that. And with that being said, I believe you're not just a youth leader, you're not just a philanthropist, but also you are a mom and a community member. And seeing the roles that you're playing, I want to find out from you, how exactly would you say these roles continue to influence the work that you're continuing to do in your community or just in the sense globally?
Well, I'm not a mom yet. But anyway, my late sister left with two amazing boys that I am helping raise. So I'm a mother of a nation anyway.
Yeah.
But biologically, you know what? That's why those are the kind of issues that we are trying to break down. I have daddy issues. I have traumas. I'm like, I don't want my child to, like, I have fears when it comes to, like, having a child. So I'm still finding myself and healing through talking to other people. So it's helping me a lot. I love helping young people. Like the sense of belonging, the healing that comes with it. When I help a young girl with a pack of sanitary pads and I see their smile and them saying, Ausdike, thank you very much. It's that feeling, nobody can give you that. It's fulfilling. It's healing. So I love helping young people. It's not even, it frustrates me if I can't do things. So even right now, I was talking to my team, I'm like, guys, we're hosting on Friday. We're taking 200 learners from Mamelodi into the parliament.
Wow.
And we need to hit the ground running. They're opening the schools tomorrow. We need to go to schools and host these workshops and make sure that we prep them. They're ready to debate and debate on the GNU. They must know what is GNU, what is BRICS, what is G20, what is SDGs, what is going on in the country, and so they can be fast-paced. They can't only know about TikTok challenges and then challenge about what's going on in the parliament, challenge about what can better South Africa, challenge about how can we solve our issues as young people that are stopping us from going to school, furthering our education. How can we solve these issues?
Oh, this is lovely, lovely at that. And just to close off our conversation, unfortunately, we have run out of time. I'd like to ask from you in terms of somebody who wants to bring about change, be it a community, be it a village, or just be, in a global sense, what advice would you have for them? And just considering our conversation, your journey, and the work that you're doing, what do you believe or hope that viewers take away from our conversation?
I always have young people, a lot of them would come and after seeing all the content, it's beautiful online, I'm like, oh my God, I want to be there, me. And they're like, hi, how's the kid? How can I join? I'm like, it frustrates me. Like, there is no, like, put me in, you have to work. I want to squeezing. You must build yourself up. When you come to me and say, Ausdike, I'm passionate about becoming a speaker, what have you done without Ausdike? I want to join House of LeBron. What have you done outside House of LeBron that you say, I've been collecting at my campus and I've collected 20, but I think if I leverage with you guys and now we can do better because I'm passionate and I'm alone. Now we can see that you are really passionate. So passion, it's something that will carry you when all the sponsors and the leads and the support and everything is not there.
Yeah.
It will be you and your passion that will carry you through all those tough times when you feel like, no one is paying me. Why am I stressing of making sure that other kids are okay? It is your passion that will carry you through all those storms because I believe me, the storms are always there. The storms are always there, but the sun will eventually shine at the end of the day.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
And any last closing with regards to our conversation?
Thank you so much for having me. And I would like to say to the society again, let's raise our kids as equal as the equality that we say we want to see in the society. Today we have men slaughtering women because they're angry at their mothers. They were neglected. The society don't raise a boy child in South Africa. We ignore them. We neglect them. Like, we are focused on a girl child. Don't come home late. Wear this. Don't wear this. Cook like this. Do this. What about a boy child? He's there. He's coming home at 9. He's coming home. They're like, okay, Mushimani. It's okay. It's fine. They raise themselves. After raising themselves, they beat women and they are called trash. Who raised the trash? We raised the trash. And if you miss a child, a, the development of your child, a, a child to be developed needs both a feminine energy and a masculine energy. It's only how baker the cook. Once was chele sukiri. The kuku you can't go back and break it and take flour back and say I want to add a sukiri. You know, kuku if you can add sukiri koting and say I'm trying to substitute, but you cannot. So if you adding a sugar in the tea because the cake doesn't have the sugar, it's you saying be self-aware that you have daddy issues, and this is how you react when you are in a relationship, or this is how you go for older men because you are looking for a father figure, or you don't know what is love. You just always saying it will end in tears because you can only recognize pain. You don't know love. Where you come from, you only saw pain. So let's raise them as equal as the equality that we say we want to see in the society. They are the same. There's no boy that came from heaven and was best and they are smart, and then they are men, they are providers. You must instill those things, skills in them. You must teach them. You must, encourage them, empower them, assure them, confirm that you are smart. You can do it. You are not me. I'm your mother. I didn't go to school, but you can do it. They need to hear that. And then we will build a better, winning, working, sustainable South Africa that we all want.
I don't know if to say message haba, our Dikeledi, but all I can say is thank you so much for joining us tonight and really having us reflect on the contribution or the role we played in the current society we cry about, we complain about. And I think you've left us with food for thought, not only in understanding your journey and the good work you're doing, but in terms of how are we directing our passion?
Yeah.
How are we raising our future, our children, our sisters and brothers at that? But thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Thank you so much. The time is on us and we have a lot to unpack.
Oh, yes, definitely. And I so wish we had more time to delve more in terms of understanding on how do we ensure that when we are baking that cake, we ensure that all the ingredients are well invested in it so that when the cake comes out, it is tasty. But this, in this reference, is not just cake foodies out there. It's speaking on the fact that the same energy needs to be invested in that boy child. And that's how we can start to, really embark on raising our children in an equal sense. If you're going to teach your girl child to wash dishes and come home on time and really know how to be dependent or independent at that, let's have the same energy for the boy child. Hope you guys did take away amazing insights from our guest this evening. But for now, sadly, we're going to head over to an ad break. We'll see you just after this.